Welcome back, everyone, to episode 2 in our Let's Play series of the new early access game on Steam called Another Brick in the Mall. If you remember from our very first episode, we spent the episode learning about the game and trying to get our first store up and running. Let's go ahead and get time started. But we were very short on multiple things. One of the things that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get some parking going on. We're going to need to get an area for the trash pickup. We've got several things we want to do. But right now we've got builders that are not doing anything. We've got cashiers in here and our store. If we come into the manage menu, pick our store out, you can see we're not open for very many hours. So let's take care of that. Let's go ahead and go from 6 in the morning all the way through midnight. Now, I can't go before 6 o'clock in the morning. I can't go from midnight to 6 in the morning because that's part of research right here in the nighttime hours. You can see it allows the business to be open from midnight to 6 in the morning. And so we're going to go as much as we can. So let's take a look at our cashier. First of all, we're going to want her to come in at 6 and work as long as she can, but then we're going to need to hire another cashier. Let's see what we got. 3227, good speed. Okay, we like Carl. So we're going to hire Carl and have Carl come in at, looks like 14 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and that will make sure that we have one person on duty the entire time that we're here. Now, our stock clerk, we don't need them the entire time we're here, so I'm just going to try to balance this out. Let's make them come in at about 9, and they'll stay fairly late. Okay, so that ought to work. We don't need them here at opening. We don't need them here at closing. So that should take care of that. And I think we don't really need any more than one cashier at a time for right now. But we'll see as the game goes on. Maybe we do. And if so, we'll bring in another one. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get our builders something to do. And, I actually forgot one thing. Before we do that, you see we have 3 builders, but I need a janitor. So let's take a look at who we can get for a janitor. Wow, slim pickings here. Not a whole lot. Speed, pace. I'm not really sure the relationship between the janitor skill and the speed. Because if, speed is, Penny's got quite a bit of speed, but the skill's not quite there. We'll see. Let's go ahead and hire Penny just because of the speed, really. And I think their skills are close enough. 25 to 28. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we're going to have, let's see, come in at, do we want to come in at 9? Let's come in a little bit later and stay a little bit later. All right, now let's go ahead and take care of our salary. I'm going to move these down to $10 an hour for right now. Let's go ahead and get all of this going. Okay, now in our store, we're going to do the same thing. Manual salary at 10, manual at 10, and auto salary there. So we're going to change that. Now remember, it lowers your satisfaction, and as the game progresses through this game that we're playing now, and also through future installments of the game as they make updates, that may make a huge difference. So, but for right now, we're going to try it out and see how it works. All right, so what do we need to do next? Well, we need to build because we need more parking. We need more of really everything. So let's go ahead and go to road work, and we need to get our road connected to existing road. And I'm going to go ahead and go up a couple right there. And then I'm going to come over, yeah, about right there. Okay, because what I want to do is all of this is going to be road. And we're going to come down right here. All of this is going to be road. And the reason I have to do it in such a way like this is because one of the other things I want to do is I'm going to come off of this and do customer parking, but customer parking has to come off of a road. Let's go ahead and speed things up. So I'm going to come in with some customer parking all through here. I'm going to come in with, I really don't like the loading zone being there, but for now, this is only our first building. We'll move it in future buildings, but I would prefer it to be in the back. And garbage pickup, we're going to put over here as well. But for now, we've got to let this road get built. So let's come out of that menu with choosing select. You'll also notice that I'm not paying a whole lot of attention to how much money we're making right now because I'm in the building stage right now. The biggest thing I want to do is get some roads built, and let's get our store open for a longer period of time. I mean, that's the kind of thing I'm worried about right now. All right, I'm not worried about night hours. Let's see. Our cold chain, I do want to get because that gives us access to some more items because the next building I want to do is going to be a grocery store. Now, I know, if we zoom out for a little bit here, you can see we've got this huge area of land, and you can see just how much room we're going to have to put parking lots and malls and just humongous stores. So you might be thinking, let's go for the Walmart type store and just make a humongous store and just put everything in there. Well, and we may do that later on. But for right now, I don't have the money and really the research done to do that sort of thing. So I'm going to have to stick with smaller areas like this, and we'll get started doing that. And my plan is to use, let's get a building here, one over here, here, and then here. Let's take up this little corner here as we continue to do research and really get hopefully, our profit going. Okay, we're having a pretty good day today. The biggest thing I'm interested in right now is this builder coming on down here and getting things going. All right, so garbage pickup, I am going to put right there. Loading zone we already have. Customer parking is going to be all through here. And staff only parking, I'm actually going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 of those over here. And the staff only parking is mainly going to be for our builders, janitors, and our workers in our first few buildings here. That'll give them somewhere to park. Plus, it's on the edge of the map, so we're really not losing any customer space that we really need to work on. All right, so we've got that going on. Let's see, customer parking I also want over here. We want the customers to have access to the closest portions of the building that we possibly can. All right, let's see. So we've got our builder working here. Let's see. So this has not been a bad day. We notice our profit we're less than $100 lost so far, and we're nearing, you can see our time over here. We're at 20 out of 24 hours. Yeah, we're doing good. We might actually turn a small profit today. All right, so as you can see, this is really paying off for us to go ahead and be open for longer hours. Again, later on, we can really get more specific about which hours we want to be open. Maybe not all of them are particularly profitable for us, but for right now, I think we're doing pretty good to only lose $44 for the day while we've got all this construction going on and what I would consider to be a less than optimal building size here. This is definitely not the size building I want, but we're getting lots of customer parking. And remember, as we expand over into these other areas, this customer parking is going to be available for these new buildings as well. So it's not just about getting enough parking for this one store. We're planning ahead. All right, so is he actually done? He is done. I noticed our builder had come back in here. Wow. No, actually, maybe I forgot that. Let's go ahead and let's do one more customer parking right there. And he's going to come out and take care of that. Now, what does that give us the ability to do? Well, now we're going to, with that out of the way, I'm going to do some more customer parking. And let's see, where do I want to do customer parking? Right down there to start with. And there's a reason why I want to go ahead and get that, because the next building we're going to put is right over here in this area. But I need to get my customer parking in place because I want to have it there. Now, same thing over here. Let's go ahead and put customer parking right in that area. Okay. And let's see, let's go ahead and let him work. And while he's doing that, we're going to speed up time. Again, I'm very pleased with how yesterday turned out and the game time yesterday, that is. We only lost $44 while we got all this construction going on. Very happy with that. So let's go ahead and work on a new building. And for that, we're going to need a foundation. All right, so foundations. What are we going to do here? Let's see. Actually, our builder is going so quickly, I'm going to have to slow this down. And what I'm going to do is try to do about a 24 by 10. Let's see how that works out. Okay, so this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I believe we've got it. Now, one of the reasons why I counted that out for you guys like that is I'm hoping the developers will see this. I'm very impressed with what we have so far in the game, especially for an early access game that just got released. But one of the things I would love to have is when I'm dragging to create my building size, I would love to have some sort of display that tells me how big my building is. Is it 24 by 10? Is it 24 by 9, 23 by 10, and so on? That way, as my builders come in, I won't have to wait till they get done and say, oh my goodness, they actually didn't build it quite as big as I wanted. So I believe we've got that one straight. And basically what I wanted to do is I've done a little bit of math here. For right now, I think what I want to do is I want to have about one cashier for every 2 rows of products that I have here, 2 rows of shelves, whether it be for food or whatever. And I think that will work to get us going. And that way I can run 2 cashiers at all times in the building and still keep my general shape of this area. Because another thing I want to do, of course, is keep my road continuing on. All right, and let's see. Not sure how that's going to work out. I think I'm going to need to, this square right here is actually going to be inside the building just slightly, I believe. So I believe I'm going to need to come out and do this so that I can put my parking right in here, and then we'll have some grass area right there. Okay, let's see how things are going over here. I want to make sure that we continue building at all times, basically at the very beginning of the game. And the reason for that is we need to get some research going, and boy, this is going slow. This is why I told you in the first video that I was really tempted to turn off all of the research and just have everything open at the beginning, because this is extremely slow in getting anywhere with this, but so be it. For now, I'm letting this thing automatically just go through. And let's see, alcohol license I'm not crazy about really, but as I look down to other things, I guess that's not terrible. Okay, so we've got building going on here. Let's go ahead and click on select to get out of that menu. Let's see what we've got. So we made $10,000 reward for making 500 total sales. And so parking was an issue, should not be any longer because we should have plenty of parking now. We've even got some parking over here for our employees, which it doesn't appear as though they're using right now. So either a bug or maybe they just choose the first available parking. I would actually prefer them to choose the employee only parking. That's kind of the point of it. But again, we'll see how it goes. All right, so they're working down through here. I'm actually very tempted to hire some more builders so we can have 2 at one time. That's not really cost effective, I don't think, but for the time being, I'm trying to resist the temptation of doing it. We've got plenty of money, but at the same time, I don't want to use it all up at the very beginning and then be stuck without the ability to really drive any further development. All right, so profit is, again, going good. We only lost $109 day before. That is definitely not a problem for me. Now, our profit is going to jump around quite a bit here because everything that we build has maintenance attached to it. So here we are building another area that's going to be another store, but at the same time, that store really doesn't have any function right now. It's not earning any money for us. So let's go ahead and now that they've completed the building there, let's go ahead and put our customer parking all the way through here to there. And customer parking through there and there. Okay, and we're going to do, let's see, garbage pickup once again is sort of going to be over in this corner. And although I've not seen that really working to this point, may not even be in the game yet, but we're going to go ahead and put it there because I'm trying to plan ahead. And a loading zone, which I want to end up going probably about right here, maybe even here. Let's go ahead and put it here. We'll have the loading right there. And let's see, where is our builder? There they are, right inside of here. So things are going pretty good. Let's take a look at our profits and see how things are going. Not bad at all. So here we are coming toward the end of another day, and we're losing money, but again, not that much, which is good because the biggest thing right now is we're spending money on development, on building. So we're preparing for the future. We're trying to see right now what's the best size building, what's the best number of employees, and so forth. And so far, I think we're in pretty good shape, but let's take a look and see how things are working out. So if we go into our store here, we can actually change the name of this store. Instead of store 2, let's go ahead and back this out. We're going to call this one convenience because it's just a small convenience type store with a few items in it. Okay. And you can see it's actually making money on its own. The rest of that daily profit number that's turned into a loss is actually from the newer building that we're working on. So things are going great at our first store, our convenience store. So this, by renaming it, as the game gives us different messages that pop up down at the bottom of the screen, this should make it a lot easier for us to tell which store it's referring to. And we may even get more specific in the future because I'm sure we'll end up with more than one convenience store. But we can always take care of that at a later time. All right, so we got builders. Let's see. Yeah, there's our builder up here. And working out quite well. We're going to have plenty of parking in place by the time this building is finished. Let's see if we're going to have the products I'm looking for. All right, so we're done there. Let's go ahead and research the frozen food rather than the alcohol license because again it goes with our theme of the grocery store that we want to use for our second area. Okay, let's let that take effect, and with that in mind we're going to go ahead and we're going to build some walls. Now for right now I'm basically mirroring this design. I've just made it a little bit bigger to hopefully fit some additional products in here that we're going to need. Okay, so let's count off. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 area in here for storage. So let's keep the same thing. Maybe it's not enough. We'll find out. Let's see. I tell you what, I'm going to give one. Let's see. Let's go over here. There. That'll give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that'll be good. Let's go ahead and start placing down our objects. A double door is going to be, let's see, leave 3 open, put 1 there, and we're going to put another entrance back here in the back. Let's get our staff doors in, and I'm going to put them right on the corner there. Okay, so we're in good shape there. All right, now I'm going to be using fridges and food shelves. Let's see, what can you put on tables? Well, most of that's locked, so that's not really of much use to us. Clothes racks. Okay, so most of this stuff is not really good for us right now. Let's go ahead and get some checkout counters in here. Now my goal, let's see, I want to use 1 and 2. I'm probably going to end up putting a third one in here, maybe. We'll see how that goes. But for now, let's go ahead and put some fridges in. And I want to leave one square on the side there. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we got room for 5. You can see that's 2 more than we could fit in here. All right, our builder is taking care of that. Food shelves. Let's see, how much stuff can we put in the fridge right now? So we've got soda and bottled water. That's 2. Milk is 3. Dairy is 4. Fresh meat is 5. And then 6 and 7. Okay, so we've got room for 7. So we're going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, and that'll give us 1 that's not used there. Okay, and while we're at it, let's go ahead and select our products. Oh, I forgot to assign. So first thing we got to do is assign. We got to assign our storage, which is this area. And then we got to assign our storefront area, which is over here. Now that creates an area over here, store number 4. We change the name of this one. Store 4 becomes grocery for now, and we're going to have it open from 6 to 24. Let's go ahead and pause time here because I need a little time. Let's go ahead and hire some staff. Now, because this is a bigger area, and wow, there's again slim pickings on this. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and hire Helena. Helena is going to be on manual salary there, and will come in at 6 o'clock. And as you can see there, how long Helena will work. Let's hire another cashier. And let's see, 27, 20. All right, so it looks like Brenda is going to come in. Change that salary. And there we go. Going to come in at 14 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're actually going to hire one more cashier. And 20, 22, and 21. Let's go ahead and hire the 20. The speed number is a little bit better. Patience is pretty good. So we're going to hire Scott. And what we're going to do with Scott is we're going to have Scott come in at about 11 o'clock. Let's see, 10 or 11. Let's go ahead and make it 10. And what that's going to do is we're going to have a cashier come in at 6, but then at 10 o'clock, we're going to have a second cashier come in. So for the first hours we're open, first 4 hours, we're going to have one cashier. Then we're going to have 2 cashiers until later on in the day. And then for the last few hours, we'll only have 1 cashier. So for the middle portion of the day, from just before lunchtime through when everybody's getting off from work, we should have this place covered. Okay, so I think that's good. Let's go ahead and hire a stock clerk. And again, there's just not much here. Speed, patience, sociability. Okay, patience. I'm not sure about sociability. Okay, that's cashier. Okay, patience. Okay, so we won't hire patience, but that's really only, it seems to be for the cashier position. All right, what does the speed do? Oh, it's just walking speed. Okay, okay, now I understand. So let's go ahead and see these numbers again. Okay, I actually think I'm going to go with Susie because of the walking speed number. Let's go ahead and hire Susie. Now, when do we need Susie to come in? Well, let's have Susie come in around 11 o'clock when it starts to get busy. And then she'll hang out here toward the end of the day, but we don't need her for that long. So let's go ahead and do that. We've got everybody hired, I believe, that we need. Let's go ahead and set some products up. So let's go ahead and set our first product, which is going to be soda. Then we're going to go ahead and do bottled water. Now, in case you're wondering what these numbers are for out next to the items, that's how many of these we already have set up. In this case, we only have one other store, so it would be the one set up in that other store. And that tells me basically that I should be able to go to the other store and change it out to some other items if I would like. So we're going to put milk here. Oh, we need to get things going again because I just realized we need our builder to come in. Okay, now we're ready to put some more parking back here as well. So we're going to set another, and I think I'm actually going to do 2 of the milk right now. Milk should be a very popular item, I would imagine. I've not looked at our up here at our needs yet, but I would imagine that's going to be pretty popular. And if it's not, then by all means, we'll come down and we'll change that out with something else. So let's go back to our food shelf and put some of these out. 1, 2, 3, and 4 there. And speed things up. Have our builder come in, take care of that for us. And so our other store is already opened up for the day. Okay, oh, looks like we got a cashier in here. All right, so things are going well. So let's go ahead and place some other items in here. And let's see, let's pause this for just a moment. Hit select. And what do we want to put on the food shelf? We want to put canned food. And we're going to put cereal on here. Let's put, do want bread to be in here. Some sauces in here, and we're going to need to speed this up so we can get our builder back over here to take care of our needs. There we go. And we're going to put rice and pasta here. Coffee and tea. And let's see, we're going to put cookies there. And I don't really want to put pet food in there, but I guess we got nothing to lose really. I tell you what, let's go ahead and let's do snacks in here as well. All right, let's check on our research while we've got a moment. Let's see, we're working on that. We're about halfway done with our frozen food. Yeah, there we go. All right, so here in our second building, you can see we've already got our area set up, our grocery store. And let's see, it's almost like, are we missing anything here in our grocery? Doesn't look like, oh, requires storage. I forgot to assign our storage, which is right here. So we're under manage, click on your grocery, assign storage, and this is our storage area that we designated a while ago. So now that's open. And our delivery truck, here they come, right here. They're going to come in. And so we've got 3 cashiers because it's 11 o'clock. 3 cashiers, and here is our stock clerk. So things are going good. Let's go ahead and speed things up. Deliveries are coming in. And with deliveries coming in, oh, I see something that I forgot to do. And I'm sure you guys probably saw this immediately. I forgot to put a staff door over here. All right, we'll get our builder over here. And our builder will take care of that staff door. Our stock clerk was actually having to go outside the building in order to bring things in. So we'll give them a moment. This is obviously not the most efficient way of doing this. We would have preferred to had all of the shelves stocked before we open for business, but that's okay. This is our first day. We're learning. Okay, so things are going well. Let's take a look at our amount gained. You can see yesterday we actually made a net profit of $84. That's excellent. Today, even though we've only had this store open for a few hours, we are trending that direction as well. Let's see if we end up making it. All right, so we're making profits and everything's going good. All right, I like to see these charts that are going like this. We need to keep that going. Let's go ahead and close that out. All right, and to close out this video, we're going to do a couple more things here. And you've probably guessed, we need to go ahead and add in our customer parking here. So we've got place for the trash pickup, and let's go ahead and put the customer parking in there, and we're going to put some staff only parking on the last couple there. And I think that will really benefit us because it gives us some staff parking over here, which will be beneficial for this building and also maybe to be used for the building over here. We'll have a little bit of staff parking here. And I like that idea. And so for now, I think this is going to work out good. Let's see what we're getting on our profit. Yes, we're up over. Excellent. So we ended yesterday with $383 of profit, and that was not even a full day. So that is what I like to see. I think we're going to go ahead and end episode 2 here. I appreciate you guys coming along and joining me for this new game. So stay tuned for more of our Let's Play series of Another Brick in the Mall.